the way I need a denim mini skirt. I need one. I want one so I just barely maybe might have gotten to like 70% of cleaning off my desk and my workspace. But I'm already itching to start a new project.
How are we gonna do anything if we don't have things to do?
Okay, this semester's over. Because I don't want to spend any money. Right now I'm just gonna look for like a pattern. This is exactly what I need, bitch. Yes, we're gonna work on these jeans. Yeah, these are like someone gave me these. Okay, I didn't buy them. That is where they're from. Okay, it's giving Voldemort. So just to make this a little bit easier, I'm gonna take off the bulk. I started out by holding it up to my body and figuring out where I want it to end. And then I just cut it there and used the one side to pair up to the other. After cutting them out, I got jorts and I really wanted to keep them like that, but I went ahead and I seam ripped the inside seam. I'm showing you right here. Just seam rip that whole thing. Don't play with me. Oh dude, these were serged together. There's a yellow stitch. But when you seam rip that, you're seeing yellow and white. So after you seam rip that, you're gonna wanna go up the back seam in the middle just to get rid of like the little flap like this so that you can just cut it off and it won't bubble up when you make the skirt. Seam ripping is done. This is what it looks like. These are the pieces I'm talking about on the back. Alright. We got these two curved pieces. Where we left off is we have the front, the crotch, okay, so like the front crotch, the back crotch, and the butt area. So we have to sew this back up in the reverse of the order that we seam ripped it. This back might need to stay like that. The way I'm so dumb because this is just wrong. This is what it should look like right now. Okay, and I'm just deciding where it should end. It should go down to like right where my butt ends. And you should not be doing this yourself. Usually you should have someone to help you. We're DIY girlies today. Because what we were gonna have to do is... What I'm explaining here is what you're supposed to do to the back seam and the front, but I didn't have to do it on the front, only the back. Straighten from here to here and cut this part out. Final line, which means that we need to make our seam allowance below that, and I'm gonna give myself way more seam allowance than I need. I'm gonna go by like an inch. I'm gonna measure from this front part to where my where the allowance is gonna be. Final line is measuring at 10.5, and then the seam allowance is measuring at 12 inches about. We're gonna do the same thing from this part down this side seam, and it doesn't matter which side seam, pick one. So we're gonna start at the top, measure downward to the 12-inch mark. Is measuring to like right here. However, in the back, that would be like here, but we're going down to here. And we need to match that same amount of seam allowance, which is 1.5 inches, so that 15 finish line, or the 15-inch finish mark, is going to extend to 16.5, so that we can fit in that seam allowance. I was watching a tutorial where this girl is making a maxi skirt, which I think I'll probably have linked below because that is the tutorial that I'm basing this off of.
We're gonna keep this line here, so we have no room to fuck up in the back.
Hopefully, over and out.
And I think I might actually have needed to cut this part. down. It's looking pretty good. Before we finish cutting, I'm going to show you exactly why you need to cut it off, because you're going to have a tail. So the lines that we marked on the front, back, and the two sides, you're just going to connect with straight line. When we just connect these side lines to where we mark in the back, what we're going to end up with is this really weird like V line here. And we don't want that. We want this number to extend outward and sort of nicely, naturally go up to there. What I did is I took the marking of where we want it the seam allowance to end, and just brought it straight across, still with a slight slant up, but way better than we see right here. So like this is our first line, and this is our second line. The hard part, because we have to hope that our math was correct and cut this shit out. So I'm gonna start from the front, and I'm gonna cut a little bit lower than I plan on cutting. We want the fabric to be able to sit at the same line around the body, which means that for the curves and the form, like the 3D-ness that is a part of the body, needs to be built into that so it can sit flush around, which is what we're trying to achieve. This is what we are left with. And it's all gonna make sense in 1 second. See how this kind of fits. And if we got our lines right, because it should be about, yeah, so these lines are pretty good. And these I don't want to adjust at all because we haven't sewn this together, so we don't know how tight this is going to be on the body, basically. So I'm going to cut the front to the line that we actually wanted it to be at because it was perfect. So we're going to start pinning now. And the very, very last thing we're worrying about is the hem on the bottom. Okay, the first thing we gotta do is fix this flat-filled seam in the back, which I really don't want to do because I hate flat-filled seams. And I kind of don't want to do one.
Hopefully, over and out.
No, it's the hard part. I love how I said this was the hard part. This fucking pinning, dude. You can't fuck it up too bad. So now this is what the back looks like. Okay, so we cut the piece that was coming out, because what that does is it flips under, so you can have a finished seam like in the crotch area. But we don't need that, we just need it to go straight down. So we adjust it so there's two panels. You can see how the original flat-filled seam kind of like gets cut off here, so we're gonna have to rebuild that down, which is gonna be really easy. So I'm unplugging my foot so I can change this needle, because this is not a denim needle and I need a denim needle because we're sewing denim. Take your fucking needle and put it in a sharps container. Okay, don't throw this shit in the fucking trash. I personally don't own a sharps container, but I do have one of these Excel blade holders, and this side is able to take blades out, right? You pull them out of here, and when they're done, there's this little spot where you can put them in and wait until you have access to a sharps container. A hospital, right? Save your sharps for when you go to the doctor. Doctor leaves the room. Throw your fucking shit in their sharps container. Make them pay for the disposal of it. Okay? So now I'm sewing the flat-filled seam, which is basically where, I mean, you can see it on the top of the jeans. It's two lines next to each other. I'm not really going to explain that too much. Just carry the two lines straight down. If you want a tutorial, look one up. This might be the first successful fitting of the day. Okay, it feels good, feels nice. Now that looks good. I'm gonna go look in the mirror. And I actually I found out we're able to go up just a little bit on that finished seam in the back. Oh no. Okay. The fear that goes through your body when you think you cut on your finish line instead of your seam line. But that's why I don't even draw the finish line. I just fully only draw my seam allowance because my brain cannot handle that many things going on at once. This might look crazy because I'm gonna have two little like flaps on the side here, but just ignore that. This is so cute. It's such a cute skirt. I'm basically just gonna connect these around just like with my eye. Oh my god, I fear I made that. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys are gonna be so fucking impressed if I just did this in one try. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not gonna give a fuck if I do it in one try because you're gonna look at me and be like, but you should have been getting it in one try this whole time. Okay, stop. This is so fucking cute. Okay, bitch. Now let's check. And then that's gonna be like folded up to like there. This is what we've got. Okay. I have to do a hem. So I'm gonna turn this inside out. This is gonna be the easiest fucking part. Nice and easy. Rolled hem. So apparently I decided not to explain a rolled hem. So you fold it up to the inside by a 1/2 inch and then again by a 1/2 inch, and you just sew along that top line. The back, make sure you're not just like over rolling it and straightening it. You do want it to still have that little bit of curve that we built in. It still has that curve to it that the front doesn't have, right? You can still see we have like the same amount of separation there. Super cute. What's up, girly pops? I realized I did not do an outro for this literally at all. So yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope this was at least easy enough to understand that with the other tutorial linked below that I base this off of, you can kind of put it together. I believe in you. Maybe let me know what you want to see next. I have some ideas floating around, like some Y2K outfits I've been thinking about. I'm really just trying to get patterns so that I can link the pattern below, so you guys don't have to deal with me and my brain, because it doesn't all make sense all the time. I hope you like it. Maybe hit the like button even. Okay. Maybe even subscribe. And if that didn't convince you, I don't know what to do. Yeah. See you next time.